Your past has nothing to do with your future. And going back, trying to rehash it, relive it, try to change it, not useful at all. But it definitely does not determine what is happening tomorrow. Here's what determines what happens tomorrow. You do with your imagination. That's it. Imagination is a gift that is extremely underrated. But we are not given that gift just because. Animals don't have the gift of imagination. We give animals their imagination. They've never told us what they think about and what they imagine. We do not have access to their thoughts. So we know they don't have imagination. But we do, because we can express it and we take it for granted. That's where your future comes from. Your future does not come from your past. So again, let me go back to the example of me swimming. Do you know how I learned how to swim? I took a class, right? Yes, so good. But if I went in that class thinking I've never swum before, I tried actually in the past and I wasn't successful. I sink like a piece of brick, right? If that's what I took into that class, how successful do you think I would have been at swimming? I wouldn't have been. I had to tap into my imagination and picture a version of me who can swim, first and foremost, before I actually knew how to swim. And because I imagined myself swimming, I then spent time visualizing a future that had not existed yet. A future where I was in the pool and I was swimming and I was following the instructor's directions and I was actually swimming. I saw myself swimming before I swam. And so our imagination is what actually determines our future. Our gift to be able to go in our brain and visualize a life that we have not yet created physical evidence for. Everything that is created in the world today comes from an idea that was born in someone's brain. So really, the physical manifestation of what we have in our world today has two beginnings. The mental beginning, an idea, and then the physical beginning once the idea is put into material matter. And that's exactly how you create your future. Because if you think about you being bad with money, if that's a belief you have, if you're thinking you're struggling with money and that money is hard, can we just put that into a book and close that book, conclude that book with, and she lived happily ever after. And then we can start the new book with, here is the happily ever after once she learned a new way of navigating her finances. What's the new way? She spent time thinking about the version of herself that enjoyed the new way, the new beliefs. Money's easy. I'm resourceful. I always figure it out. I am building financial confidence one moment at a time. If you can identify a clear vision of who you want to be, then you can create that. That's literally how being an architect of your own life happens. How does a house get built? We have to have plans first. We have to have a mock-up of it. We have to have a drawing of it. Plans drawn up on paper. The architect imagines the structure of the house and then draws it on paper and then hires people to put it all together, and finally this beautiful building is up and going. That's literally how you create your future. By having a vision, writing about it. I would highly recommend to always write about your vision. Don't just think about it in your brain. Give it life. When you're writing about your vision, you're giving it life. You do that, you consult it often, and before you know it, you are putting all the pieces together, and next thing you know, you have a life that you dreamt about.